Hey, dude. And hey, you guys, welcome back to today's video. What we got going on today? We are back at Babe's house. We are back working on the bungalow. Let me show you what we're gonna have going on. All right, so last time we ripped out some cabinets. We have this big old gap here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a frame out of 2x4s to fill in here because we need to be able to tie our drywall into solid studs. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build out a frame, and it's awesome because I get to destroy one of my old projects. All right, so we're in the makeshift workshop now, and real ones will know what these are. And if you don't know, it's okay, I'll tell you real quick. I made a king-size platform bed with underneath storage drawers quite a few years ago. We dismantled the bed when we were back at the apartment. Alex has been gracious enough to let me store it here. So now it's coming in perfectly clutch because I do not plan to use this bed again. So what we're gonna do is destroy this and use the 2x4s to make our framing, and also we are going to potentially use the plywood in order to level out some of our floor. So nothing to it but to do it. Let's break some stuff. All right, all of our pieces are cut. Father is here. Father, hello. Man of many words. So we have all of our top and bottom braces. We have our 3 middle pieces. All we're gonna do is slap this bad boy together one good time. Dad, slap it together for him real quick. Just, there we go, great job. All right, Dad gave it the good old fashioned Dana White power slap. So now all we have to do is hammer this bad boy home, get it into place, secure it, and we'll be ready for some drywall, which is my absolute favorite, isn't it, Dad? Mm-hmm. Dad knows my sarcasm too. After we got this bad boy secured, I went ahead and I added 2 additional studs right there, just because we want something secure to tie our drywall into. Now, we are going to my least favorite part of this upper bungalow area, and that's this weird void of a space that I'm gonna call the void. I don't know. Anyways, we have gaps here and at the back, and it's very awkward. And I had these extra pieces of OSB, and I was trying to figure out my best layout because it's gonna be super, oh my gosh, super important to get that area level. So that way when we put the floor down, there's no issues. So trying to figure out what's the best layout took me forever, but I believe this is gonna be the winning formula, because then I can take some other sheets of plywood, just cut big pieces in there to be able to fill these gaps properly, get that level. Then we can focus on getting this level down here, because naturally it's like a 1/4 inch piece there, 1/2 inch piece here, like just very slapped together. But we're gonna get it fixed, we're gonna get it right, and nothing to it but to do it. Let's lay some new subfloor. And as easy as pie, just kidding, that took way too much effort. I hated it entirely. I need to get a nailer. If you have a good framing nailer recommendation, comment it down below because I need one. Anyways, at least that's done. We're gonna piece in those other pieces. We are also going to need some drywall to go in there. And we already were thinking ahead, got some drywall mud there. But before I can start any of that, I need to go sleepy poo. It's late. I'm done for the day, but don't worry, it's only gonna be 1 second for you. All right, so much time has passed since the last clip, but we are ready to do some drywall. It took me all of my patience to get this huge 4x sheet up, but by the grace of God, we got it up. So now we are gonna do some more prep work. Especially when you're hanging it by yourself, I definitely recommend that you actually use some painter's tape. It doesn't have to be this green kind, it can be the blue kind, it doesn't really matter. And all this is gonna do, I'm using this for as my stud markers. And the reason obviously why you wanna know where your studs are, because you wanna make sure you're tying into the wall properly. And you know, the whole wall doesn't collapse. Obviously I have like a king stud, or I don't know, this jack, queen, king combo stud thing going on here. So I don't really care too much about hitting all 3. I just need 1. So yeah, so you're just gonna leave these markers on the ground there in order to make sure we don't miss. And now let's get this drywall all lined up. Oh, who put that there? Answer, it was me. I put it there. Oh. All right. Because obviously, as you can see, once you have your drywall lined up, you have no idea where the studs are, and you don't really want to guess. I mean, obviously, you can do a 16-inch stud mark guess because that's the common place in which studs are marked out. So now we got that in place where we need it. We're going to grab a spacer. This is a pro tip. So you can write this down. I'll wait. Just kidding, I won't. It's so hot up here. And I'm going to use this here, do a little peekaboo action. Well, let's go get a 1/4-inch piece as our gap piece. All right, I was totally just kidding. That piece of 1/2-inch plywood here was the perfect amount of gap. I just, needed to use more than one hand. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna set this far side into the stud. I have it pushed over as far as possible, and then we'll get another few studs all into place, and then I can pull out this gap piece, so that way we can get the middle studs going. All right, good news. I figured out where the light switch is for over here, so it's not as dark. And as you can see, we obviously have the overhang because this is a 4x8 sheet. I knew the wall wasn't that long, but I figured it's much easier to get this up and in place. And now I'm gonna just use a simple utility knife to score the back of it here in order to break off exactly where we need. And then we can get a nice metal sheathing piece on this corner and get it all nice and purdy. Heck yeah, brother. And then all we're gonna do is come on this side here, along where your crevice is, and just finish scoring it. Just follow your bend. Woo! Easy. Got a nice clean corner, and we can go put on a metal piece right here to finish it off, make it nice and strong. Now, in a perfect world, I have the capability to cut this really easily, but this isn't a perfect world, so we're gonna give this a shot and see what happens. It might not look like it, but there is progress going on. I might have to find another game plan here. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're gonna try this. I mean, nothing a good old hammer can't fix, am I right or am I right? Let's put this up. All right, as you can probably tell, or maybe you can't, I'm absolutely soaked from all the sweat because it's probably like 95 degrees up here, but it's okay. We're getting into a little bit more of the easy work. And I say easy now, but I'll probably regret that later. Anyways, we just got some good old-fashioned USG dust control drywall compound. And we're gonna slap it all over the holes, slap it on our corner here to get it all nice and smooth, so that way we can get it sanded down and be able to prime this with some paint and get it the same color as the rest of this space. Up top, I'm gonna focus on this wall, and I'm gonna focus on some areas that either got damaged while taking out some of the trim, or if we're no longer gonna have trim pieces up anymore. Like for example, we'll get a quick, cool zoom right up there. You see that whole white line on the green? That used to be trim, that won't be trim no more. I'm crooked. So I'm gonna get some drywall mud up there so we can get it sanded even, and then we'll get that painted over there as well. And yeah, it'll slowly come together. It's all we need, but pretty decent day. I wanted to get the subfloor fixed, but I still got that weird little joint thing or joist, or I don't know what it is, but I need to figure out how to get that cut out of the way so we can put more drywall over there. But yeah, and then lay the subfloor. Either way, lots to do, but we're feeling good. Let's get mudding. All right, after a lot of time and patience, we are drywalled right here. We are drywalled everywhere there used to be trim, and everything is now ready to go. In the next video, we're gonna be sanding this down. It's gonna look like Al Pacino sneezed all over this upstairs, but we're making good progress. Next task is finishing the subfloor over there. We gotta make a banister, and then it'll be time to lay the floor. So thank you so much for watching. Please drop that like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on the post notifications, send the video to a friend, you know the drill. Most importantly, don't forget to keep God number one. Don't forget to have a great day or night. God bless. My battery's about to die. Bye.